What's going on YouTube, and welcome to the channel. Recently, I've been thinking about purchasing a second vehicle, and as you've already guessed, it's a Jeep Wrangler. Being that this will be my second car, especially used for daily driving, I've been seriously contemplating on which transmission to settle on that will fit my overall purposes. Now, being that I like to think of myself as a serious car guy, it's very tempting to pick the manual transmission over the automatic, even when it suits my needs far better over the manual. So it's a very difficult decision, and I most certainly would not want to lock myself in a position where I'm regretting it because I was too hasty to say no out of being looked out as a non-serious car guy. So this is a very important decision for me, and I'm sure it is for you guys out there as well. So I'm here today to answer this question through my decision. 1. Many serious car guys will tell you there is nothing like driving a manual Jeep with the doors and top off and going through the gears. Yes, I agree. The feeling of being in total control, the involvement needed to get the car going, it's a very visceral experience, and there's nothing quite like it. 2. It's cool. Just having a manual transmission puts you in a class of people who are just cool because these guys chose the hard life over convenience. And you just can't argue with that. And how the heck will these people know that I'm cool too if I'm not driving a stick Wrangler? Yes, these are very important concerns that need to be thought out carefully before buying your Jeep. 3. Lastly, manual transmissions are always cheaper. Yes, they are cheaper. Manual transmissions are always a couple $1,000s cheaper, and theoretically, that saved cash could go towards better things, like a winch maybe. However, if you want to stretch out that saved cash, you better know how to drive stick, and you better make that stock clutch last 2 or more years if you want to stretch out that cash. So now that we've covered some important points, you might already be saying to yourself, yep, I'm gonna get the stick. Wait, and let's discuss the flip side to this coin. 1. There really is no substitute for driving a stick Wrangler with the doors and top off. I agree to that. But there also is no substitute like having to never ever burn out a clutch. Yep, there is nothing worse than seeing your baby sit in that driveway and not being able to move because the clutch is gone. Of course, with the automatic, this issue is non-existent, and thus making you the cool guy who will drive off into the sunset while the other guy's clutch is gone. 2. Let's discuss freedom of control. Now, I know it's a complete lie if one were to say manual is far preferred over automatic when climbing. Yes, I suppose the extra involvement does make you somewhat more knowledgeable over the automatic guy, but I know it's a pain in the ass to keep it up after day. Let's face it, it's far more relaxing to put the car in automatic in low gear and slowly crawl up that rock and enjoy your time than trying to control everything and trying your absolute best not to stall. It can be very hectic and stressful. Such moments must be considered if you're a lazy individual, so think this through. 3. It's a common misconception that manual transmissions are cheaper. Sure, the initial price tag may drop $1,000 or $2, but in the long span, you'll spend more dough paying for new clutches and labor costs if you don't know what you're doing. Plus, if this Wrangler is your first manual shift car, then for sure that clutch will be replaced in the next couple years, thus driving up the ownership expense far beyond the couple $1,000s you thought you saved. So think about these things. Conclusion, I myself will be opting for the automatic. As cool as I may look driving the stick, I really don't want to mess with changing clutches when it comes to the Wrangler. As someone who loves to work on my own ride, I cannot fathom anyone else touching my car or even putting repair work unless I know for sure that this individual would treat my car as I would. Therefore, I'd rather not open myself up for more repair work when I already own another stick shift car, my 8.6. I frankly couldn't care less if anybody thought of me any lesser because my Wrangler is an automatic, and I don't want to deal with burnout clutches, and I certainly don't want to sit in LA traffic with another stick shift car and having to bitch and moan about how this place isn't a place for stick shift cars. Save your cash, go with the auto. Unless if you seriously want to live that hard life, then be my guest. Alright guys, that wraps up the video for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this was insightful. Give me a like and consider subscribing. Anyway, thank you for sticking around, and catch you guys on the next episode. Peace out.